because maybe you're listening to other people instead of listening to yourselves. And the money that you spend, sit at home. Don't spend that money if you don't need to. Why go to McDonald's, when you could go home and open up a can of tuna and some lettuce and, some tomatoes, some bread, chop it up however you want. You can have a half sandwich, you know what I'm saying, put it in a toaster and, some bread and on some cheese and some tuna with some vegetables in it, little cheese on top or whatever, toast it up, eat that one, you're full. And if you go shopping and stuff, it's not expensive, because I just bought one tomato that costs $1.68. But if it's not expensive, then you can eat like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, you can complain or, reveal what's there. But the whole thing is, you got to understand, when you're in a black neighborhood and you say you don't have support or friends or anything, you do have support because you guys are all together. And all your actions and everyone's action is reflecting off of everyone. And that's like one reason why, that's why I say, if you have a chance, you guys go to the white neighborhoods, and eat at the cafes, get up your vocabulary and listen to what they're saying and stuff like that. Because they are talking, because when they're in their communities too, you got people there that don't have friends, but because they're all living together, they're still associating with each other, and all of their actions bouncing back and forth off of each other. And not all those neighborhoods are perfect. White people are just like Japanese. Common fufu. What is it? What was comment? Two-Face. Outside you look at Japanese people and their families and they look like they're having fun, but at home, there's nothing going on. They're fighting, and maybe sometimes the houses are dirty and the husbands and wives and kids don't get along, and it's just a mess. Out here, out in the States, you talk about, kids running the streets, but you got kids out here that's 10, 11 years old. They out in the streets at 1, 2, 3 in the morning, a whole gang of them on bikes, just hanging out in front of the liquor stores, and not the liquor store, but the convenience stores and stuff. You got kids that might be 8, 9 years old, might be smoking it. It's some crazy stuff going on out here. So, and I'm sure it happens in a lot of these countries and stuff, and even these upgrade, sophisticated places, they got their problems. The only thing is, they all just working together towards one certain goal because of some dream or something that they want, and whatever it is. So we all know what, pretty much what a lot of these people want to do. But don't think that you don't have friends. It's just that maybe what you want, you just haven't projected it, or you haven't went out and find the people, because there are a lot of people out there who will help you, and they don't even care about you being friends. Just that little bit of association with them is enough, to wake them up, and people will help you. There are people out there who will help you go to school. And then, people say it's that white guilt and all of that stuff. Well, it wasn't white people who exactly, well, okay, I won't say that. But anyway, it's just white guilt and all that stuff. But, you don't even have to use that when you talk to people. You have to, like you said, you did some reading and stuff. If you know what happened to us and who did it and what certain people did it and what certain governments did it and what were they doing and all that stuff, when you start to understand that, and then you understand what they did to us, but then what they understood to the whole general population also and stuff, then when you talk to these people, you could discuss those things, and then you'll come to a mutual understanding, like, okay, fine, that was the past, this and now, what do you want to do now? And then some people are like, whatever. And out here, there are a lot of black guys and a lot of white guys. It's just cool like that. You go to a lot of countries and stuff. When you're a foreigner, I can understand when you're in America and they know you're an American, you might get treated bad, And I'm not a Christian or anything, but even the Bible says, that you're not going to get treated well at home. And I don't know if that means you should go and travel, or is that just something that they're just saying, put there so that people can automatically just reject each other too at the same time, just to make that true. So, or, you just say something, you put it in the Bible, you just say something, and people say, oh, because it's in the Bible, we're just going to act like that, and it could be one of those things too. But all I'm just saying is that look at the advantages that you have, because if you go to Canada, you're still going to have to deal with people. When you go to other countries, you still got to deal with people. You still got to have friends, you still got to have sex, you still got to have jobs, you still got to do that, you're still going to be lonely, you're still going to do that. So the whole thing is, like my videos, I tell people, hey, come to Japan and experience what it is to live in a peaceful neighborhood. And basically in Japan, I mean, if you look around, you can't stand on a corner out here and sell drugs. You can't just, do the things that we do in the States, because it's just not, the place is not just made for those things. And I'm not saying people are not doing them, because there's some stuff going on out here, but it's just not all out in the public and stuff like that, But people are not stupid. They know what's going on and things. So the best thing, if I were you, if you want to make friends, because a real friend is not a friend that you help immediately and get the things right there. And a real friend is someone who appreciates you after they understand what you've done in their life. And that's when you'll become a real friend. Okay, or somebody's hero or whatever. You start in your neighborhood and you start with the young kids. The knowledge that you have, you spread it around. You talk to the kids, you show them about math and the sciences, because that stuff, when you study math and science and, biology or whatever it is, that's studying self, so that stuff is self that you're studying. So you need those things. And when you start helping these young men, even if they gamblers, whoever, you start helping them, seeing that, hey, they got a mind, and they can perceive things, and they can see things, and that they're important, and their minds working and stuff. Because when you start perceiving things and start understanding things, you will have an emotional effect, and it's going to make you feel good, and it will actually change your lives. So like we say, the black neighborhoods, we can't, it's always like this. Our neighborhoods can change overnight. It can, because there are a lot of older people there that the young people respect. There are a lot of people there like you that people respect. The young kids should respect. There are people out there who people respect and stuff like that. So you have to wait, hold on.